Chrissy from Chrissy's Beautiful Life. Again, I apologize about the sound. It's Friday the 2nd of June and Son's home watching Bubble Guppies. And I am going to start with my first layout using my stash kit. Really, it's a paper kit, guys, but that's okay. For this episode, I'm challenging myself to use these Hazelwood Collection beautiful puffy stickers. This really fun. This is a die cut piece from, I think it was the, this is probably from the On Trend 2 collection. This really awesome doily. These are from the Sweetgum Scrap Shop, so if you are wanting some, you should go head on over there and purchase them because they're awesome and huge. And this Project Life card. So this card used to be in my 2013 Project Life, but I condensed it, and this is one of the leftover pieces, but it's so beautiful I didn't want to get rid of it. So I'm going to use these, and what I'm going to work on are this photo of Nora and myself. This is the very first selfie I took of us together. So I am going to, I love the way this turned out. I was originally going to, because she's wearing a little pineapple onesie, create a pineapple themed layout, but I've changed my mind and instead I'm going to work with all these florals because look at how beautiful that looks together. So that's my starting off point. And I am going to get you on fast forward and we'll see what I can create. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 things. I don't think I'll use all of these, but the goal is to use some of them. But that's awesome, right? Like that's 2 less things in my stash. So that's what my starting off point is and what I'm challenging myself to use. And I'm excited to see what I can create. Okay, so I'm going to go through my paper here and just kind of decide which ones I think are going to play off well. I do know right off the bat that I want to use this piece of pink and cover up where it says Sweet Baby Girl. I'm going to cover that up with the huge doily. That was my point of kind of picking that doily as that embellishment to use. And then I'm taking that Project Life card and I'm going to back that with the wood grain from just a package that came in something. I'm loving that. So I'm going to layer my photo here. And then I realized I had actually done something where I put a frame over the photo, 2 frames over this photo of Nora. It's the exact same picture. It's just I highlighted Nora. I was going to do a different layout, but I thought it looked kind of fun to kind of pinpoint her, but then have the full photo with me as well. So I really liked that. Debating about my doily here. The doily, a couple tries before I truly find where it goes, so you'll see that. And I also want to apologize because again there's a little bit of shading of darkness in that top left corner up there. It's just the thing that I use to keep my camera from sliding, and I thought I had it cleared and I didn't, so there's a few times where that's there. I know it's annoying and I truly apologize. I will try lots harder to make sure it's not peeking through the next time I do a video. So here I'm going through my 6x6 paper. I want to use just one more layer of something behind my photo. So I was thinking about that pink, but that is too much pink and it just really wasn't working. So now I'm thinking yellow here, and instead of the pink hearts, I'm going to use these yellow hearts. And I like that. I did kind of think about maybe backing a pink and a yellow together, but again, wrong colors and it just wasn't going to work. So I'm going to do the yellow and just a little bit of it. So I'm going to just trim it here. I had trimmed that pink wrong, so I'm actually using my photo to make sure I cut it correctly this time. And that's going to be just that added little touch of layering. I really like the way that looks. It's kind of exactly what I was wanting. And then I went off camera and I fussy cut the floral paper and a few of the leaves and 3 of the florals, and it's so pretty. I really like that. And then while I was doing that, I was thinking about my title, and I knew that I had the word mother that I had saved from an old thicker thing that I was going through them and throwing them away once I made as many words as I could. So that pretty much made my title become Mother Daughter Selfie. Now I kind of have that idea. I know I want to use those pink foam thickers as well, so that kind of helped me. And then as I was doing that though, because I'm using that black thicker, I need some more black on the layout. It needed another element, so I grabbed that piece of Mickey Holmes pattern paper, and that was perfect, exactly what I needed for another pop of black. It's just going to help make sure that it all kind of ties itself into each other. It doesn't look funny having just black letters and then black nowhere else on the page. So I do have to rig a few letters here. I'm just kind of going to show you that with the second choice I use. So I'm starting off using 4 different alphas, but in the end I don't like the green in the first, and it's going to change back to the ones you see me manipulating right now. I have found that 6s make great S's and B's make really good E's. And so I'm just kind of doing that and just manipulating them so that I can make the word I want, because E's are like the very first letter I run out of. I use them a lot. So it's kind of annoying, but you know, it's just the way it works. So the only thing with B's is it does make it a smaller E than like if you had picked the E from the sticker sheet. So I put it in the middle so it kind of blended into itself a little bit better. Again, kind of trying to play around with that first in the green, but it's too green, it's too stark, and I just wasn't liking it. So I went back to my thickers and that same alpha that spelled out Selfie to make sure that I could manage to spell out the word first, and I can. So I'm going to do that. Grab these beautiful Hazelwood puffy stickers. These are the ones that I wanted to use, so I got 3 of them on the layout. I was again originally kind of thinking about adding all that pink, but then I didn't like the way that it was all standing out, so I went to the greener tones so that they kind of blended in a little bit, and I really love the way that looks, especially that bottom one that I'm working with right now. It just kind of blends right in, but it's pretty and there's dimension to it, so I really love the way that that turned out there. And I'm going back with these doilies. So this is going to be the final home of the doilies. One's going to go right there, and another one is going to, I'm really trying to get it behind that flower, it doesn't make it, but the other one's going to go right by me. And I like this, but it needs some more teal. So I grabbed that teal piece and I'm going to use it as a backing here. And I really like the way this looks. Originally I do it one way, and then you can say with the close-up I moved it so that the green is now on the top and the bottom, which made it perfect so I could have some hidden journaling. Again, not hidden because I don't want anyone to read it, just hidden so that it doesn't kind of muddy up my layout. So that's kind of my idea there. You can also see that I added that frame. So that frame was one of the original pieces I was challenging myself to use, and I really liked the pop of kind of gold, muted gold it was bringing. And then I decided I also wanted to do stamping. So I do not own very many stamps, but I grabbed the few that I have, and I think they say, you make me smile, or happy, 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 something along the lines of that. But this is how I do stamping. I literally just, because I stamp everything with Stays on ink most of the time, but I grabbed a stamp pad in a different color, but I use my Stays on ink cover to do my stamping. So I don't know where my clear acrylic block is, so this works for me. But the stamps say happy, 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 and happy for this moment. And the colors that I used worked really well because they kind of just blended into the layout, which is kind of what I was going for. Showing you that frame again, realized I kind of forgot to show you that I decided to place that there. And then I'm just going to do my final embellishing here. So I'm going to add this wood veneer, and it says hello lovely. I just used one of these on a layout. It might have been the very last layout I did actually. I used 2 of them, and I was trying to explain how hard they have been for me to use. So the fact that I've used 3 in the last little bit is really good. I think I have 2 left, so I'm really excited about getting those used up. And then I'm just going to go through kind of all of my stickers and pick a few little bits and pieces. This layout is already a little busy to begin with, so it didn't need much, but I wanted a little bit. Another pop of gold with this Simple Stories. They're overlay stickers, so they're meant to go on top of your photos. I just picked one that had 3 little hearts. Really like the way that that turned out. And then I'm also going to grab some gold. They're kind of like gold foil stars. That's from a Maggie Holmes collection that I've had for a long time, but I managed to get those 2 on my page. And what else do I add on there? I'm kind of looking around to see what else I can do. I look at this Valentine's Day. This is also Simple Stories, I believe. And I grabbed one that says, this is my heart, because it was yellow. And I thought the pop of yellow up at the top would really help with the fact that I had added that yellow heart to kind of be a second layering piece for my photo. So that's going to go up there as well. And you can kind of see I've got two little clusters, a little tiny one, and then my main photo. And my main photo is split into the two separate clusters as well, because I have that big green floral and that small floral. And that's really where I added all of my other embellishments to this layout. So just going to go through a few more things. I don't actually think anything else makes it onto this layout, except for, oh, I lied. These two little leaves are going to be the last things I add. So they are from the Making Home sticker sheet that goes with the collection of the paper collection that I'm using. And I'm going to add that one and then also the gold foil one. So that is going to be my final touches. I do try to add a few other things, but nothing is going to make it on. This is perfect. It's exactly what I need. Off camera, I go and add a few little bit of splattering with my Heidi Shine just for some added touches, nothing much. And that is going to do it. So I'm really excited to have used up quite a bit, actually, of my first stash kit. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. I've used up a lot within my first layout for this stash kit. So I hope you enjoyed this and bared through this horrible voiceover for this layout. If you have any questions, please let me know and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, everyone. Bye.